Hey guys, so first of all, it's been a while, so what's up? Definitely have a lot of work to do with this current setup, but I at least wanted to get it finished before they announced what we're about to talk about in this video. But I'm gonna be upgrading everything here. I have the basics in place, so I can at least record this. That was the goal for me here, but here I am, base cam. I got a much better microphone as well. Obviously things will need to be adjusted. I need to put foam around the room to block out the noise, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done to get the quality to where I want it to be. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into what they are talking about in today's Dragon Ball Legends reveals and stuff. Special Edition Part 3, the final part of the 4-year anniversary. So let's make sure the volume is not too loud here, and we'll turn on the closed captions as well.
Which means part 3
Let me turn this down a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go to the part that matters, because this is, you know, as great as this is, there's more important things at hand here. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, chance time and all this stuff is good, sure. Limited time missions, great. We know about this already. Let's get to the good part. All right, so let's take at the results of chance time. Yep, we already. If you want to look at the results, here, let's just skip to the end. 36, 99, 95. Boom, done. Next. All right, so we got this green Goku getting a Zenkai Awakening. We knew this was coming. This was part of the vote that we had on Twitter. So this Goku's going to get his Zenkai Awakening. He does mention, I think, that this Goku does work well with the Dragon Fist Goku. Let me see if he mentions that. Yeah, with the Legends Limited Super Saiyan 3 Goku that was released last month. Really good synergy. So I assume he's going to be buffing green movies, right? That would be the synergy he's probably referring to there. But this guy's obviously a defensive type. I think he also mentions that he has... Yeah, Saga from the movie. Okay, perfect. That's confirmation. Goku will gain a cover change with some pretty amazing effects. Check-in game for details about the Zenkai Awakening. Okay, so he's going to be a defensive character. That's pretty much all we know. Something else that's cool about this guy is he does actually have an anti-androids ability. He does more damage to androids, so, you know, fingers crossed that he will at least affect in some way 17 and 18 here. Okay, so let's continue. What else we got? All right, so I am just going to actually just shut up. I'm actually going to mute myself, right? And we will take a look at this together, because this is another level that we haven't seen in 3 years in terms of hype, I think. So I'm going to mute myself, and we will watch this together with the music on.
And this is Super Vegito! Too slow! I'll give you something good. You're finished! Hey! How could I lose to you? What, you're done already? I'll finish this. Take that! I'll cut right through you!
All right, so first of all, I love that they're putting this song in the game. We Got a Power. I actually think I even might have said this in my video when I first initially talked about the possibility of this guy coming during his anniversary. The We Got a Power being the sort of main theme for the Majin Buu saga does pair really well with this guy. They have not actually done that song in the game yet, or released that song in the game yet, so this is the first time we're going to be able to hear that. Yeah, I actually didn't originally think it was going to be Vegito, but then we got all this regen stuff popping up, and I really thought, okay, maybe they're not going to do Vegito, but it is. I mean, it makes the most sense financially, right? Again, I mentioned this in the video I released yesterday about talking a potential like Ultra Buu, for example. This guy, like, no matter how many people are going to be summoning for a potential Ultra Buu character, this guy's making double, triple, quadruple the amount of money as a potential Buu Ultra character would. So it makes the most sense for this guy to be releasing now. In terms of like actual health for the game, maybe it's a different story, but I think this is the correct decision from a management standpoint for them to be doing right now. So Ultra Super Vegito, I hope you guys have your Super Saiyan Bardock's ready. I know I'll be getting my chilled ready. I'll just put my chilled on like every leader slot for every team. That's what I'm going to be doing. All right, but let's go ahead and forward to the actual details that we have. We can actually, oh, they actually have another video here. Let me play this. I believe this shows like a overall, just overall look at what he can do. Now, I assume they're going to be releasing that other separate video that, you know, Toshi does the voiceover for and go into more detail about everything he's able to do. So I'll make a separate video talking about that. But yeah, look at that art, dude. Are you kidding me? That's insane. That's probably one of the best arts in the game easily. That's crazy. I love that art. Okay. Look at that. That's crazy. Okay, that's the intro, obviously. And then he goes Super Saiyan. That's the iconic. Yep, that's the iconic. This is Super Vegito pose. All right, let's see. So that's his blue card. The I don't remember what the English name is called. This is. Oh wait, no, that was his. Okay, never mind. That was his green card. Let me see. It was it? Hold on. Let me rewatch this. Let's see. What? Does he have two blues? The first one might have been the green, actually, and then it goes to the dashing forward blue card. I guess that's how that is, right? Yeah. And then I guess he has a counter, because that's what that looks like. All right, he PV'd him. I love the whenever they release any kind of Vegito in any of these games, I love the cross arms, and then he just like kicks the hell out of the enemy thing. That's the coolest thing ever. Like that like his strike arts look so good. Okay, this is his ult. And then there's the spirit sword. Okay. Okay, I like it. And then that windscreen looks so good. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, let's forward this. Okay. Okay, let's take this off for now, and let's just look at this briefly. So he is a defense type character. He's actually yellow, which I'm not the craziest about. Now, obviously, the best character in the game by far, by like a 4 times margin, is the androids. Now, while yellow is not the greatest color ever against the androids, I actually don't think it's the worst color, because at least 50% of the time, you're going to have type advantage. And no matter what they do in terms of color, because I know people are going to point this out. I know people are going to point out to these yellow and go, oh my god, the androids are going to kill them. Like, yeah, you can make that argument. But no matter what color this guy would have been, the androids would still be a threat, right? That's how good they are. So him being yellow is not like a detriment to how good this guy will be. Because without even reading what he's able to do, to be honest, I wasn't even paying attention during this part of the reveal. I was just too busy mauling that it's Vegito. But this guy, I mean, there's no way they make him worse than the androids. I'm pretty sure this guy's coming out day one, the best unit in the game. Like, I don't even think it's going to be close. But we'll see. Maybe they decide to tame him a little bit. Okay, so Z ability. By the way, he's also a defense type, which is interesting because I believe the first defense type ultra summonable character that we have. Okay, so Z ability is 3% to strike arts damage inflicted by fusion warriors. So definitely he's a fusion warrior centric character. Makes sense. 38% to tag fusion warrior or tag Saiyan base strike and blast defense during battle. So he has double defenses to his Z ability. That's pretty good. Unique abilities. applies the following effects to self when battle starts. So he gets 110% damage inflicted, and then he gets 50% reduces damage received. That is the exact same buff that Ultra Blue Kaioken starts out with. Okay. And then he gets applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 20% of damage inflicted cannot be stacked. Let me actually just drag this up real quick. 20% of damage inflicted cannot be stacked, so he gets an extra, so he's at 130 essentially. And then he has reduces damage received by 20% for 15 timer counts. So he's entering the battlefield with 70% reduced damage received. That's what I like to call pretty good. Pretty good. The following effects occur every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card. Gains 5 ki. He increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 4 counts, so that's just every time he uses any kind of card, he gets card draw speed. Now, we've had similar effects like this on other characters, but it's only been on certain cards. So, for example, the Green Broly that released during Legends Festival gets card draw speed on his strike card effect. The free-to-play Purple Gogeta that we just got from the Broly movie gets card draw speed on his strike card effect. This guy's getting card draw speed for a strike or blast, and it's part of just his unique ability. Now, it's only for 4 counts, so it's not going to be able to stack up to an absurd level, but I could definitely see this guy having consistent double card draw speed, depending on how you use him in combos and stuff like that. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 15% of damage received for 10 timer counts. Restores own health by 30% only once when it reaches 0. Cannot be canceled. So he has endurance built into his kit. Again, I really am not that high on the endurance mechanic right now because of A17 and 18, but it's good that he has it. I mean, if you're fighting somebody who's a masochist and doesn't like to win and isn't using Android 17 and 18, then this guy could be pretty good with that endurance. That endurance will come in handy. But if you're running into the 98% of the player base who's using the Androids, it's not going to matter, right? But that's still really good that he has that. Like that's obviously a very strong effect. And the Androids are not going to be in the forefront forever. At some point they'll fall off. So that's a good effect to have to age well. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. So, unique abilities, 2 of 3. Knocks enemy back to long range if cover change is performed against their strike arts attack. So he has a strike arts cover change. And you can combo this with his blue card or his green card. So yeah, I guess the green card was the the finger blast attack or whatever. I think it's called like Banshee Blast in English or something like that. Restores own unique gauge by 10% every time an enemy uses a strike or blast arts card while this character is on the battlefield. So he has a unique gauge confirmed. So whenever the enemy uses a strike or a blast, he gets 10%. So once the enemy uses 10 strike or blast cards, he'll have a full unique gauge. Applies the following effects to self after enemy attack is over. He heals 10%, activates 7 times. So guess what you really don't want to be doing? You really do not want to be tap attacking this guy. Imagine you tap blast this guy from like long range just to try and bait him out. He's going to heal 10% of his HP every time you do that. So you probably shouldn't. Or I guess if he's at like full HP, you can sort of try and do that just to expel a lot of those charges early on. That could be a tactic, I guess. He restores his own unique gauge by 20%. So, okay, that's a different way of getting his unique gauge built up. Shortens allies subcount by 1. That is interesting. While charging forward with a strike arts, okay, this is definitely a new mechanic. This is weird how this is worded. While charging forward with a strike arts, if own unique gauge is at 30% or more, consumes entire unique gauge to counter enemies' tap shots or blast arts, dealing impact damage to the enemy. So this is now the second character with a built-in counter. I don't want to say counter straight up because we have characters like Instant Transmission Goku and Namek Goku who already have a type of counter, right, from their blue cards. But UI Goku is able to counter just from his unique gauge, just for being there. And this Vegito is now able to counter with his unique gauge as well. So this is the second character. It's funny, the same anniversary, right? So while charging, let me try and just picture this in my mind. While charging forward with a strike arts. So if you are in the middle of using your strike card, right, and you're just charging forward with the strike card activated, if own unique gauge is 30% or more, consumes entire unique gauge to counter enemies' tap shots or blast arts. So basically, oh my god, dude, that's so broken. Because think about what that's saying. This reminds me of the OG yellow full power Frieza's green card. Because that Frieza, his green card, can counter tap blasts and blast cards. And then you can combo that into a blue card. You know what this unique gauge is? This unique gauge is literally just that green card plus blue card combo. This unique gauge is the green plus blue combo from OG full power Frieza. If I'm understanding this correctly, that's what this is. That's stupid. Every time you have a strike card in your hand and you have, remember, it's only 30% of the unique gauge. It's not like you need 100% of the unique gauge for this to activate. As long as you have 30% of the unique gauge available, every strike card in your hand is a full power Frieza green-blue combo. Okay. The damage from this attack is treated as strike arts damage ability. So it's treated as strike arts damage, meaning that it scales with your strike damage. Abilities applied to the arts card used will also apply to the counter. Okay, so if you have a strike card that like increases your damage dealt, it will factor into the damage that the counter does. The damage from this attack cannot cause the enemy to be defeated. That's pretty obvious. This character's unique gauge decreases while they're on the battlefield and recovers while they're on standby. Okay, so the unique gauge, it sounds like it works similarly to how both UI Goku's unique gauges work. But the fact that this recovers itself when you switched out means that you can you can bait the enemy. So let's just, this is a scenario I'm presenting here. You can, let's say you're using this Vegito, but you're also using, I don't know, let's just pick a random character. The free-to-play purple Super Gogeta, right? He's on the same team as this Vegito. He's a fusion warrior. You want to run both, whatever. You're currently switched into the battlefield with the purple Gogeta. You're standing at long range. The enemy goes for a blast. Guess what you can do? You can switch this Vegito, you can press a strike card, and boom, you're countering them. This is so absurdly broken. I don't think you guys understand how broken this ability is. Again, I could be misunderstanding how it's written, but from my understanding of what it says right here, this is like one of the single most absurd abilities I've ever seen in this game. Like, this is dumb. You guys, you're about to be blown away. I'm telling you right now, this is not okay. This is not okay. All right, do I even want to go to, is there even a next page here? Let's see. Yeah, oh, there's more. Oh, don't worry, we got more here. All right. Unique ability 3 of 3. Applies the following effects to self when counter is Oh, he does more. Okay, it's not just doing damage by itself is not enough, huh? Okay, what is this? Restores ki by 20. Sure, why not? 100% to strike arts damage inflicted for 2 timer counts. Okay, I guess that factors into the actual damage that you deal with the counter. What? Applies the buff effect, nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover for 10 timer counts. Why does he need that? If this character is the leader, applies the following effects to self when battle starts. This is ultra ability, damage inflicted, and ki recovery. If this character is not the leader, applies the following effects to self per tag fusion warrior, battle, and support member when battle starts. 5% and 5% ki recovery. Up to 3 battle members and 3 support members will be counted. What are they doing? That's it, right? There's nothing else. Yeah, okay. Does anything else need to be said here? Do you guys understand the magnitude of what this character is able to do? What? Dude. I'm gonna have to make a follow-up to this when they release that video that like goes over the kit in depth, because this, let me move this back down here, because this is actually just absurd. Like, I don't think you guys understand what this means. That counter is not okay. What the are they doing?